He came on as a second-half substitute in that second leg, that first leg, I beg your pardon, in El Molinón. Diakabi. Parejo. Parejo again. Valencia will need all of his passing skills tonight. Sporting lined up there. Defensively well organised. 5-4-1. Lines of defence clear. Spread out across the Mestalla pitch. 5 at the back. Another line of 4. Marshalled by Diakabi with his ball forward. And once again, Griezmann just drifted offside. And the frustration shown on the terraces again. Well, it was that passing up Parejo. And the flag goes up from the referee's assistant, who's had a busy night so far with Gameiro. First 20 minutes gone here in Mestalla. Perez with the knock on. Blackman. Oh, he's fast Coffier. Coffier with a wayward pass. And how about that for a pass? Once again, it's the Parejo-Rodrigo connection. Out to Lee. Lee with the ball into the middle. Rodrigo had worked his way into the box. Baban's under that with Rodrigo. Baban back to his goalkeeper. Rodrigo to press. And Dani Martin safely punts the ball away to safety. Beto to Coquelin. Was runs into trouble. Was wanting the play to continue. It's not going to be though. The foul on Robin Lord and a yellow card. Well, Javier Estrada Fernandez initially waving play on. I think it's the referee's assistant who's flagged that one. Valencia bench incredulent with that decision. See there, clearly one there was with the outside of that right boot. And Marcelino flabbergasted with that decision, it's fair to say. First Valencia player to go on the book. Baban to Martin. Diakabi once again, a towering presence. Sporting have a player down on the turf after that. Looks like the captain, Perez, is it? It is indeed. The effect of a blow to the side of the head. Play waved on. Sporting though do have a throw in. Perez back on his feet. Can't slide the ball down the channel towards Blackman. Gets a second go of it here though. And that's cleared by Tony Lato. Coming to halfway through this first half. And Sporting making a good fist of it here. The best chances of the game fall into Valencia. Some whipped in balls from left and right. There might be another one here. It's Coquelin. 1-2 with Lee. Coquelin, the dink over the top. It's Torres. Well, it was almost Torres. And Coquelin showing the quality in that right boot. The floated ball over the top. And Torres giving him the thumbs up for that. Coquelin it was. Started that move. 1-2 with Gijon Lee. Torres clearly onside. And two waiting for the outstretched cross if it came. And Torres inches away from connecting. Diakabi. Here we are again, the ball to Torres. Rodrigo makes his way into the box. Torres looking for him. And a decisive block. At the last moment there from Cordero. Parejo. Gameiro. Perhaps dummying himself. Well, here it is again. Beautifully floated in, ball far post. And Torres agonizingly close to connecting. Koffier. Diakabi with the anticipation. A quick handoff for Parejo. Parejo on the front foot into the path of Was. Was sees the run from Gameiro. Torres reads it well too. Gameiro just running into trouble into Noblejas. Gameiro might win it back. Noblejas seeing that one out of play. Robin Lord, the Finnish international midfielder, doing a good shift so far as we come up to 25 minutes gone. This tandem here on this near side for Sporting with Javi Noblejas. Parejo to Lee. Bezo. Coquelin. Torres onside, play continuing. Once again, that delivery. And no one at the near post. Well, the flag's gone up. Play brought back. See if we get another look at this. Well, he's clearly offside, Ferran Torres. The run's a good one. Looking to stay onside, checking his run. The Sporting back line holding well there. Again, the target is Blackman, and again the pass too long. Ruben Bezo. Nato needing an outlet. Good turn. Rodrigo's pass aimed at Gameiro, cut out by Koffier. Rodriguez taking no chances. Back to Martin. Cordero. Blackman with the header down. Coquelin. Daniel Was sets off. Parejo in the direction of Rodrigo and Gameiro. Sporting get it away. Well, the ball falling nicely for Perez. This is Lord. Lord will run at Was, who's on a yellow. The overlap by Noblejas. Cross to the back post. Headed back in. Was looking for Lord on that penalty spot. And it was well read from the Valencia defence. Neat football from the visitors though, good build-up. As we look at Gonçalo Guedes, such a miss for Valencia this season. The young Portuguese international, of course, arriving back at Mestalla this season after spending last season on loan from PSG. Valencia signing him on a full deal over the summer, but troubled by all kinds of injury. Undergoing an operation at the beginning of December for pubalgia. And Valencia missing his speed and creativity on the left side. This is Blackman. Valencia, of course, also missing his goal creation ability. Blackman, as we see this, the shot just charged down, and this time Noblejas can't find a target in the box with the cross. Daniel Was. It's the ball straight out of play. It's a throw in to Sporting. But Guedes, as we're saying, a big miss for a Valencia side, really struggling to create goals and score goals this season. An incredible statistic. They've scored 23 less goals at this stage of the season than last year. Just 17 goals in La Liga. Santander 19 La Liga games compared to 40 after the halfway point of the season last time out. Valencia, of course, an almost permanent fixture in the top four last season, and down in 11th as we hit this game tonight. But the numbers say it all. Santimina, Rodrigo and Gameiro, just 2 apiece in the league. The top scorer in the league for Valencia, Dani Parejo, he's got 5. Valencia with a free kick to defend here. Nacho, short to Lato, Nacho again. The back post, and Baban looking to play that back into the danger zone. Marcelino looking worried on the touchline. Sporting no pushover then in this first half an hour of play. Sporting going into tonight's game 12th in La Liga 1-2-3, the Spanish second division. After last weekend's 1-1 away draw at Elche, they've only taken 2 points from the last 9 in the league. Though of course they are in great form in the Copa del Rey, undefeated in the last 7 matches to get through to this last 16. Beating Numancia, Rayo Majadahonda and Eibar, first division scalp, to get here, and of course winning that first leg, as we said, in El Molinón a week ago. Really the priority for Jose Alberto Lopez's team, his promotion. The team in their second season in the Spanish second division after relegation from the top flight at the end of the 2016-17 season. With Sporting Gijon, a historic club in Spanish football. 42 seasons in the top flight for the team from Asturias in the north of Spain. And Sporting, one of only 9 Spanish teams who've never been relegated to the third division. And really a proud historic club. And the cross to the back post, and what a chance that is! It was Robin Lott drifting in, completely unmarked into the box, and what a chance that was to put Sporting ahead. Plenty of time for the cross from the far side. Beautiful whipped in ball. Was seemed to slip, and Lott completely unmarked. All of the goal to Amat. Dominic rooted to the spot, could only watch that go wide of his left hand post. What a let off for Valencia. Amusement there for the Sporting fans who made their way to Mestalla tonight. Should have seen their team go 1-0 up there. Disbelief on their faces. This is Diakabi. Looking for that slide route past Gameiro. Blackman sets off again on one of those runs down the channel. And the long ball once again from Cordero. Over the striker's head, too far for him. Sporting lacking that quality in that final ball, apart from that whipped in cross moments ago. Quality on show there, but not in the final finish. Daniel Was. Gameiro. 1-2 with Coquelin. Once again. Cordero had read the low cross. Blackman comes, muscled off the ball by Beto. Diakabi. Gijon Lee. This is Lato, has a look up, Lato into the box. And headed out behind by Carlos Cordero. It's a corner ball to Valencia. Plenty of noise around the ground. And the drums continuing to pound behind that goal mouth. It'll be Dani Parejo to the far post. It's Was under that. And Was straight into the back of what looked like Robin Lod. A free kick to Sporting. It was indeed. Was with that clumsy challenge on the fin. Dani Martin will get us underway again. Dani Martin onto the head of Lod. Valencia comes streaming forward. Gijon Lee looking for the early ball into the path of Camero. It's cut out by Jean-Sylvain Barban. Camero. Parejo looking for the quick pass from Coquelin. Coquelin too slow of thinking there. Coquelin forced to get back and commit the foul on Nick Blackman. Just a little clumsy, untidy from Francis Coquelin. And there is the Korean flag. They back Mestalla tonight to see the young hopeful Gijon Lee. And what a prospect this young man is, only 17 years old. Gijon Lee then getting another start in the Cup tonight. 15 appearances for the Valencia B team this season, 3 goals. And the future looking bright for the young Korean. Juan Rodriguez to Blackman. Look to Coffier. Nacho. Noblejas. Dani Martin. Well, that was touch and go. Sporting fans with their hearts in their mouths there. There's Camero bearing down on the Sporting goalkeeper. Look at that again. We're looking for the short pass. Cool, calm and collected, Dani Martin. Here's Parejo. Well read by Rodriguez. Gijon Lee picks things up. Camero will be flagged offside. Well, it looked like he knew he was off, and he was. First time ball to Camero, who hadn't worked his way back on side. Dani Martin comes way out of his penalty area here. He'll take this free kick. Sporting move their lines way up the pitch. This is Perez. Parejo. Camero. One touch for the run of Rodrigo. Over the top for Blackman. Beto shadowed him. The ball back with Jaume Domènech. Well, the Englishman hasn't stopped running all night, providing an outlet. Ceaseless running. And you have to say, on the evidence of play so far, Sporting not looking too uncomfortable in Mestalla. You hear the whistles growing around the ground. And Mestalla eerily quiet at the moment. Nacho. Fouled by the shoulder of Gijon Lee. And here we have again that chance minutes ago. And really, at a ground like Mestalla, it might be a cliche, but a chance like that, you need to put that in. And Robin Lord, half a metre away there from giving Sporting what could be an absolutely crucial away goal. A reminder tonight, extra time and penalties also an option, should they be needed. And that away goal scored by Valencia in the first leg could prove doubly vital. Away goals counting double, of course, in the Copa del Rey. And Valencia knowing that 1-0 will suffice tonight. Lato. Lee. Coquelin. Coquelin looks up. Torres again, hugging this byline. Rodrigo had come calling. Noblejas aimed at the lone figure again of Blackman, and the referee had a prime view of that. And Diakabi it is who goes into the book, and a foul on Nick Blackman. Well, looking at that moments earlier, it's not often you see that. It was Coquelin tripping over the referee. You see a Nick Blackman needing medical attention. The Englishman feeling the effects. Well, if we're seeing that correctly from there, well, it looks like an injury to the cheekbone, is it? Well, he's up on his feet, he looks okay. Blackman on loan from Derby, the English second division, the championship this season. Spent last season at Maccabi in the Israeli league, and arriving for the season at Sporting Gijon. Was had missed his marker. Noblejas into the box. Offside given, was it? Or the foul on Was. Into the last 5 minutes in Mestalla. Sporting holding first division opposition so far tonight. It's Valencia 0, Sporting 0. Jaume Dominic. Aims long again. Plenty to aim at. Rodrigo and Camero there. It's cleared by Coffier. Coffier this time goes down. A chance from Coquelin, and again it's the raised elbow. The Frenchman protesting. Coquelin gets the yellow card. Well, the raised arm there is clear to see. Marcelino appealing for calm. Instructions from the technical area. Whistles ringing out again. Was gets a free kick from the challenge by Noblejas. Fury from Gabriel Paulista Neto on the Valencia bench. Novelejas with a good header. Was chips one in the direction of Rodrigo, cut out by Cordero. Torres in space, he can't find the cross. Another excellent delivery. Gamero under it. Latta picks up the loose ball at the far post. Ferran Torres, last seconds of the first half. And the ball for a throw in. The pass not finding Daniel Was on the touchline. Play held up here. Maybe get a look at why. Well, it's Perez. Perez who's down. Asking for the medical team from Sporting here. And the Sporting captain, well, looking like possibly has, well, it looks like a muscle injury. He's given the captain's armband, passed that on there, and that looks like the end of the night for Pablo Perez. 2 minutes added on here for stoppage time. Sporting will need to make a substitution in the second half. Maybe we get another look at this. Perez running onto that ball over the top from Novelejas. Cross into the box. And then feels the groin. Well, just felt that goal. Sporting make the substitution. Salvo Traver, midfield player Traver, played in the first leg last week and comes on and will have all of the second half tonight in Mestalla. Into the last minute here then, in this first half of action. Copa del Rey, last 16. Danny Martin, once again, a good 20 metres out of his area. Drifted towards that far side. And the hit of Molinero. Sporting will just play out the clock here. Half-time approaching. Traver, Molinero with the cross. Molinero again. Nacho. Well, we've passed 47 minutes here. Surely there can't be much time left in this first half for Estrada Fernandez to add on. The Perez injury. Perhaps we'll play another 30 seconds here. Cordero. Ball seemed out of play by Ruben Bezo, and this really should be it. Novelejas, Coffier, back to Baban, Juan Rodriguez, Molinero. Ball eventually fallen for Diakavi for Valencia. Parejo. And there we have it, there it is. Javier Estrada Fernandez brings a goalless first half to an end. Now let's have a listen to the reaction around Mestalla. Well, a few whistles, but another frustrating 45 minutes of play for the Valencia fans. Valencia still only needing a goal, though, to go through to the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. But for now, being held goalless by Sporting Gijon. We've lost the captain, Perez, but looking comfortable so far tonight in Mestalla. There you have it at half times. Valencia 0, Sporting 0. Don't go away. We'll be back soon with the second half. Welcome back to Mestalla, Copa del Rey, last 16-second leg. And these sides playing for a place in the quarterfinals of the Spanish Cup. 0-0 at half-time between Valencia and Sporting. Valencia needing a goal. 1-0 win will be enough for them to take them through into Friday's draw. As we're seeing there, the first movement from the Valencia bench. Santi Mina on for Rodrigo. Marcelino goes in search of this vital goal. Forward for a forward it is then. The last 16 already has one winning team. Getafe winning earlier this afternoon the tie against Real Valladolid, all first division affair. 1-1 in the end at the José Zorrilla in the second leg, I beg your pardon. Getafe 2-1 winners on aggregate. As Valencia get us underway in the second half, with plenty of action coming up this week. 3 games tomorrow. Atletico Madrid against Girona, that one on a knife edge after the 1-1 draw at Montilivi last week. Sevilla take on an Athletic Club side who beat them in the league last weekend, but Sevilla 3-1 winners in the first leg up at San Mamés last week. That's the second game tomorrow. As we look at this, ball into the box from Torres, looking for Mina, and that's cleared out. But tomorrow's last game, finishing off in Butarque. It's Leganés take on Real Madrid. Real Madrid 3-0 winners in the Bernabeu last week. That tie looking safe for Los Blancos. Revenge would be sweet for them. Leganés putting them out of the Copa del Rey in the quarter-final stage last season. 3 games also on Thursday. Lots of games across Spain this week. The first game in Anoeta, Real Sociedad against Real Betis. That was goalless last week in the Benito Villamarín. Then Espanyol take on Villarreal in the RCT Stadium. 2-2 from the first leg. And then the last game taking place in the Camp Nou. Barcelona looking to come back from 2-1 deficit from the first leg last week in the Ciutat de Valencia Stadium against Levante. The ball into the box, and a fine header out by Juan Rodriguez. This is Lato. 1-2. Coquelin not quite coming off. Blackman needing to change with Alvaro Traver, the substitute. Traver replacing captain Pablo Perez just on half-time. Perez pulling up with an abductor problem. As we see again, Rodriguez with that fine header, taking the ball really off the head of Santi Mina. Cheryshev also warming up on a cold night in Valencia. 5 degrees centigrade at the moment in Mestalla. Cheryshev well wrapped up there with the gloves. This is Molinero. Skips past Kanchan Lee. Molinero trying to slam in across past Lato. The ball eventually delivered. Dominic out well. This is Torres. Gameiro on the right. Santi Mina on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Mania. He anticipates. And great clearance off the line by Cordero. Dramatic scenes. Mina thought he got the opener. Almost his first touch of the game for Santi Mina. Valencia seeing really their best chance of the game so far. Almost going in at the back post for Santi Mina. Coquelin. Cordero. Scramble clear by Sporting. Marcelino looking on anxiously. Coquelin. Blackman wants a free kick. The referee playing advantage. Diakabi eventually dispossessing Nacho Mendez, and that will be a free kick. Oh, we've seen this once again. Devastating counter-attacking football. Torres once again. Fine ball in from the right boot of Ferran Torres. Mina with that outstretched boot, really connecting with the underside of the boot off the studs. And predatory finish, almost finding the net. Parejo. There it is again. You see the foot open, the boot open from Torres. And Mina sliding into that post. And Carlos Cordero doing likewise into the ball. Good defending from the young 22-year-old. Gameiro. Torres. Torres holding the ball up well. Does manage to get the ball cut back into the area as Cordero brings it away. Nacho. Cordero. Nacho again. Robin Lord runs the ball out of play. Was with the throw in. Parejo. Drilled into Gameiro. Dani Martin thumps the ball back into the Valencia half. Diakabi. Tony Lato. Was. Torres. Brought down by Javi Noblejas, and that will surely be a yellow card. It is indeed. Noblejas in the book, and the first yellow card of the second half. Fifth yellow card of the game then. 3 for Valencia, and now 2 for Sporting Gijon. Noblejas joining Blackman in the book for the visitors. Diakabi, Dani Was and Coquelin also booked in the first half. And here is Was. Parejo. That's nearly done by Torres. To Was. Roll inside of the box. Kanchen Lee aiming for that near post. Juan Rodriguez got his body in the way. Valencia having some success down the right hand side. And there you have the reaction from Mestalla. Good start to the second half for the home team. A header over the bar. It's Ruben Bethel this time, arriving at the near post, threw himself at that one. There we have the turn from Lee. Hasn't gotten off the mark this year yet for the first team in the cup here. 4 appearances and no goals for the young Korean. Almost gets his first. Rodriguez. Sloppy play by Juan Rodriguez, gifting the ball. Tony Lato. Diakabi. And Valencia doing likewise through Coquelin. There we have Rodrigo burying himself in his training coat, watching on from the dugout the second half. Dani Was. Neat ball. Again, good curl on the ball. Just too close to Dani Martin. Noblejas. And again, the run of Blackman not rewarded really with the ball it deserved. And the service for the English forward. Just a little wayward tonight from Sporting. Tony Lato. By Rodriguez. Stravo sets off down the line. Diakabi comes striding over. Time for the cross from Trava. That's a fine effort. It was Robin Lott flying in at the near post. Here's Daniel Was. Torres. Torres, neat play into Mina. And again, it's Juan Rodriguez with the block. Mina again. Parejo. Mina out to Torres. Torres this time takes in Noblejas. Vas to Torres. Torres looks left, looks right. Stey appealing for a free kick. Play waved on. Coquelin takes it up. And the Frenchman strikes the ball over the crossbar of Dani Martin. Bright stuff here from Valencia in the second half. Moving the ball on quicker. And there's the best chance so far again. We look at that. Mina stealing in behind Rodriguez. And Cordero on hand to save the day. Fine goalmouth clearance from Carlos Cordero. Parejo. Torres once again seeing a lot of the ball. Was on the overlap. Torres takes the cross instead. The target again was Mina. Diakabi. Parejo. That's good stuff from Valencia. Santi Mina to us. Plenty time out in the box again. Cut back. It was Torres aiming for that near post. The curling shot. And Sporting again get bodies in the way. Valencia turning the screw here in Mestalla. Fine performance from Ferran Torres. Well, we get a better angle on this here. It looked like that was just drifting inside that post. And once again, it's Juan Rodriguez getting his body in the way. Noblejas down the line. Bezo. Parejo. Parejo. Brought down by Travet. Diakabi. Tony Lato. Diakabi. And it was. Wonderful ball by Was. Rolled along the goal line by Gameiro. And again, no one there to take advantage of the cutback along the 6-yard line. Gijon Lee it is. Sporting suffering here. Gijon Lee appeals for a penalty. Play waved on. We do have the video assistant referee. The first time this year in the Copa del Rey. The video system is available. And you can see there, that comes off the chest surely of Molinero. Play waved on, rightly so. The video assistant referee coming in to play in this last 16 of the Copa del Rey, proved before Christmas from the Federation. Santi Mina looks for a way into that area. Juan Rodriguez brought down by Tony Lato. The referee having a word with Ferran Torres. Marcelino getting a little jittery perhaps on the touchline. Let's not forget, a special tie this is for Marcelino. Marcelino brought up, born and bred around Gijon, sporting his club, as he claims. You rightly admit, Marcelino, play at the club 4 seasons from 1985 to 1989, and then a manager of the B team and the first team between 2003 and 2005 at El Molinón, and really, as he says, as he proclaims, sporting the club that are in his heart. And Sporting have a throw in. It looks like Carlos Soler it is who would be stripping off there and getting ready to come on. Diakabi, Tony Lato, Coquelin does well, the 1-2 with Gijon Lee, and then stopped in his tracks by Francisco Molinero. Free kick to Valencia. Parejo sees Gameiro, moves the ball on to Torres, the overlap, and the ball into the middle. Whipped in by Daniel Was and cleared behind by Boban. And a corner again from Valencia. It's never-ending pressure this in the second half. Good start by Marcelino's team. And Sporting pegged into their own half here. Was with the corner. Thump clear. That's out of play. Parejo, he chip in the direction of us. Again, Sporting get that vital clearance. Diakabi to Coquelin. Santimina, good turn. Gijon Lee. It's Beto, Lato, and the far post. And Ferran Torres claiming a penalty there. The crowd behind the goal also. The ball whipped in by Lato. Have a look at this. Torres at the back post. Once again, inches away from connecting. Well, difficult to see from that angle. As we look at this again, well, there's the tug. And Torres is right. He was just held back in his run there. The referee waving play on. Well, Valencia made a change. It's Coquelin who's off. And it's Carlos Soler who will fit into the middle of midfield. Coquelin then given 62 minutes. The Frenchman. Coquelin, who suffered, of course, with injuries in his time at Valencia since arriving in the winter transfer market a year ago from Arsenal. Snapped Achilles, kicked him out for 6 months. Calf problems also this term. And he's replaced by Carlos Soler. Juan Rodriguez uses his goalkeeper, Dani Martin. Martin with a neat ball out to the far side. Great control too, Noblejas. Run down the line from Robin Lod. Parejo. Confied read that one well. Lod, neat run, brought to an end by Parejo. Gijon Lee into his stride. Gameiro makes the run through the middle. The ball into the path of Santi Mina. Gijon Lee can't quite reach the follow-up. Sporting struggling here. Blackman won't help with that either. Pressure relentless from the home side. Marcelino perhaps sniffing blood here. Soler, Lato, and that will be easy for the goalkeeper, and indeed it is. Martin. Oblejas. Robin Lord. Koffier. Lord again. The punt forward in the direction of Blackman. The Englishman finding the service not arriving on his head. Tony Lato. Soler. Worked out to the far side to Was. Was looks up, the punt to the far post, and it's Santi Mina lurking, and there it is! Mina pumps the air, and there's the Mina dance, and the salute, and he's done it! The vital substitution from Marcelino. And you can see what that means to the Valencia team. It's Mina who's broken the deadlock. Dedicates the goal to Mestalla. And Mina gets his third in the Copa del Rey this campaign. And it could be the most important of the lot so far. And that goal at the moment putting Valencia through to Friday's draw. He just pulled away from his marker here. Rodriguez let him go. And there's the pull away. Great cross by Was. Wonderful delivery. Mina, well, it's going back across goal. And that vital touch off the head of Juan Rodriguez, deflecting the ball past Dani Martin. We get a better look at that there. And Martin just deceived by the flight of the ball. Well, that's the goal Valencia will. Blackman makes way. Tyler's running. It's Djurdjevic on for the last half an hour. Djurdjevic, the Serbian forward. That's Sporting then. Need to go to plan B here. They frustrated Valencia for well over an hour. And now they need a goal. Molinero. Lato. Great play into Gijon Lee. And the slotted through ball. Looking for Gameiro. The run of Gameiro comes to nothing. Koffier to Baban. And that's Cordero. So his touch let him down. Torres. Second ball falls for Soler. Was. Diakabi. Well, gets himself into trouble and promptly out of it again. Frenchman giving Mestalla a fright. Torres turns past Oblejas. Oblejas has a yellow, needs to be careful. You see once again this goal. Santi Mina on the left of your picture. There's the push off from Rodriguez, hanging in the air, and a fine header created the space. Sporting perhaps unlucky with that deflection off Rodriguez. Valencia won't care about that though. Here's Santi Mina. Torres. 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 Beaten by Noblejas. Goffier. Gijon Live back out to help sweep things up. Soler. Good play by Mina. Parejo. To Gameiro. The Frenchman goes for the byline. They took a cross. It's Mina again. And that's not far off. Well, you get the feeling there might be goals in it here for Valencia before the night's out. Sporting need to open up here. They're going to start taking risks. That five-man defence has held steady. But now it's not enough. Noblejas. Lord. Pump forward towards Djordjevic. And that's good goalkeeping indeed from Jaume Dominic. Tony Lato, helped out by Diakabi. Holding off Alvaro Traver. "70 minutes gone here then. Valencia, well, you have to say, much better performance in the second half from them. He had most of the possession in the first half. Didn't create a good deal, a great deal. But looking much more dangerous and direct in the second half, Marcelino's side. Gijon Live. Neat ball down the line by Lato. Lee, well, you get a roll from the crowd from that. Lee into the box. Gameiro at the near post. Rodriguez could not get near Gijon. Fans in the terraces. Lato. Mina. This is worse. Torres. Mina lurking, running straight at Dani Martin. Rodriguez. Molinero. Lato back well. Carlos Soler. Gameiro running deep. Torres. And another run forward, a sprint forward down that touchline. Diakabi out to Lato. Soler. Once again, tireless energy from the Dane. And from this man too, Torres. Torres, well, it was neatly done into Gameiro, who almost got there. Catching Dani Martin. Torres again. Gameiro just catching the top of the head of Dani there. Once again, Ferran Torres. Wonderful delivery, executing these tremendous crosses. All of this game, Ferran Torres, stand-up performance from the young 18-year-old he is. Gameiro, Parejo, back to the captain, leaves it for Mina. And deflected over the crossbar from Carlos Cordero. But Mina's made a difference. And Marcelino, I have to say, he's read this well. Valencia carrying more of a threat in that penalty area. Parejo at the corner. Betho the header. Martin. Orders his defence upfield. Jose Alberto Lopez prepares another substitution. Koffier. Ball down that channel to Djordjevic, and the Serbian goes for goal. And how about that? Domenech equal to it, but needs to be alert. Wonderful snapshot on the substitute. And it really Route 1 football. Long ball over the top. Seemed to be no danger there. And Djordjevic perhaps sensing Domenech slightly off his goal line. And Sporting almost snatched an equaliser. And they have a corner. This is Nacho. Lord with the cross. It'll be Domenech again under pressure at the back post from Paban. And once again, good handling from the Valencia keeper. Domenech, long-term 7th at Valencia, 6th season at the club. Neto, of course, first choice for the side. Valencia with a fine second keeper indeed. Here's Torres again to Mina, and there it is, and that surely wraps things up. Mina, predatory, and the finish equal to another wonderful delivery in from young Ferran Torres. It's that Torres-Mina connection for the second time tonight, bringing a goal for Valencia. And a young fan there asking for the shirt of Santi Mina. And Mina bringing Mestalla to his feet then. And let's not forget, a goal from Sporting would bring up extra time. Mina clearly onside behind the ball. And again, it's Mina getting in front of Juan Rodriguez. And the defender losing him once again. And that's a great finish indeed from Mina, as he directs the ball across goal, out of the reach of Dani Martin. 2-0 to Valencia then. Sporting still need a goal. But this time, a goal to take it to extra time instead of a goal to win the tie. Well, Sporting have made another substitution in the changeover from that goal. It's Pedro Diaz, number 27. Spanish 20-year-old midfielder, another academy product at Sporting, who's on for the last minutes of this game. Noblejas. Djordjevic. Dispossessed by Parejo. And that's a nasty foul on Tony Lato. Frustration building here. Djordjevic it is again. Goes into the book, the Serbian. catching the trailing leg of Tony Lato. See her again. Pinpoint delivery from Ferran Torres. And what a game the young winger has had tonight for his team. 2 assists, 2 goals for Santi Mina. Dominic to Santi Mina. Mina feeling the effects of that challenge, and Coffier. Torres again, turning it on. Torres into his stride. Gameiro has Was available. Was it is, he's onside. Was to the near post. The goalkeeper spills it. Baban will get it away. It's time for Sporting. Into Nacho. Nacho into the box. Nacho for the byline. And good coverage from Ruben Beto. Last 10 minutes of Mestalla then. And the job starting to look done for Valencia, courtesy of this man. Santi Mina. And let's not forget, struggled with injuries of his own. This season's been rather stop-start for Santi Mina. A knee injury kept him out for most of October. Struggled to get back to full fitness. But the goals starting to flow for Santi Mina. Now has 4 in the Cup, 2 in the League, and 2 in the Champions League too. Coffier almost loses out to Parejo. Thump forward in the direction of Nacho. Pedro Diaz fouls Dani Parejo. Pedro Diaz, the substitute then, came on for Noblejas in that changeover after Santi Mina's second goal. Torres once again. What a display from the youngster. It's a free kick. Brought down by Cordero. Well, Ferran Torres, long marked out, as one for the future, not only of Valencia, but also of the Spanish national team. He was really the standout player for the Spanish under-17 squad that got to the final of the under-17 World Cup in India 2 years ago, losing out to England in the final. Torres really one of the standout players in the tournament, along with Phil Foden, the young England player. Plays at Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. With those two really the standout players of that tournament. Nacho Mendez. That's a good one, put 2 on the edge of the box until Diego Pi's brought down. Robin Lord committing the foul. Well, there's the first one. An element of luck in that, you have to say. You see there, Mina's heading back across the goal. Difficult to see from that angle if we'd got in at the back post. And here, the finish on that second goal, exquisite. Knew exactly where the ball had to end up if Dani Martin wasn't to get a glove on that one. And used the whip on the ball to angle the ball into the back post. Mina, towering presence. Another round of applause for him. Mina. Really no pass on there for Santi Mina. Molinero it is. Nacho Mendez. Nacho Mendez gives the ball back to Santi Mina. Gijon Lee into his stride. Carlos Soler. It'll be the overlap by Torres into the far post. And Soler almost finishes the move he started. And who's the ball in by once again? It's Ferran Torres. And again, the goalkeeper struggling to get anywhere near that one. Molinero. Nacho. And up and under. It's Djordjevic. Challenging Beto. Diakabi. Lato. Parejo. Calm and collected as ever, Dani Parejo. To us. Dani Was. Gameiro. Torres. Neatly worked to us. Back to Torres. Was keeps it in. Sporting clear out the lines. That's only as far as a throw-in for Valencia. It's Cheryshev then, final substitute of the night for Valencia. Cheryshev a winger. Let's see who replaces here. It's one of the two youngsters, I suspect. Either Gijon Lee or Ferran Torres. We'll see. Marcelino perhaps will give a standing ovation to Ferran Torres. Oh, let's not forget, a late goal from Sporting here would change everything. The change will be made though. Cheryshev it is. And it's Gijon Lee who makes way. And again, Mestalla rises to applaud another mature display from a boy who was only 17 years old. And another promising display indeed from the young Korean. Cheryshev it is on then. Last 4 minutes or so. Robin Lod. Couffier. Flicked on by Pedro Diaz. It's Beto, the punt downfield. Juan Rodriguez to Dani Martin. Time running out for Sporting here then. And Valencia looking favourites to go into Friday's draw. Quarter-finals coming up. Valencia looking for another long cup run this year. Valencia, one of the historic teams, let's not forget, in the Copa del Rey. Multiple winners of this competition, 7 times winners, the last time back in 2008. And looking for another extended run this year. Keeps the team alive, at least in the 2 cup competitions. Valencia, who will play in the Europa League in February. After a disappointing Europa League draw, Gijon Lee, well, what's going on there? Feeling the wrath there of Gabriel Paulista. Valencia exiting a Champions League group. Really, if ever a group lived up to the name Group of Death, it was it. Valencia group with Manchester United and Juventus and going out at the group stage. The reward though, Europa League knockout game against Scottish champions Celtic. That's coming up in the middle of February. Valencia looking like keeping their Copa del Rey dreams alive also. Soler gives the ball away cheaply to Rodriguez. Promotion. Late free kick to the visitors, 2 minutes added on. Time for a consolation goal perhaps. Alvaro Trava will take the free kick. Sporting, plenty of men forward in the box, the header on in the box by Baban. Sporting pick up the second ball. This is Lord. Ball up behind. That's a goal kick. And that will be it. That's a goal kick, and that will be it. Seconds ticking down. Well, the scarves are raised now. It was touch and go for a while. It was touch and go for a while. In Mestalla to break down this Sporting line. But this pressure in the second half. Valencia have just stepped up a gear. Comes to bear on the results. And there it is. Javier Estrada Fernandez brings us to an end. A special night for Marcelino as he sees his team Valencia overcome. And let's say his club, his ex-club where he played and managed, it's Sporting who exits the Copa del Rey in the last 16.